What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we have the Xiaomi Mi Game headset. Now, I know the audio quality sounds a bit off today, and this is a new format that I am trying out. You can expect to see this in the next upcoming set of videos, and we're going to see from there how it goes. The whole point of this is to have a more concise and enjoyable experience, seeing the product being unboxed real quick, and then talking about the product itself, which is where the actual review is. So with that said, let's just get right into it. So this is Xiaomi's first gaming headset. It's called the Xiaomi Mi Game headset, and so far they have done a pretty great job with this headset. The audio quality, the microphone, and the comfort level all feel and sound pretty great. And it is to no surprise that Xiaomi has done a pretty good job for the most part. But is it worth a sub $100 price point? Well, let's find out. So starting off with the design, the headset looks pretty good overall. It looks pretty nice. The only complaint that I have here is that the shiny part right over here, it's a fingerprint magnet. It's going to get filled up with scratches, and every time you try to clean it up, you're going to end up with more micro scratches, as you can see here. Throughout the whole headset, the only branding that you'd find would be under this band right here, where you'd find the Mi logo. This headband is made out of a nice rubberized material. It's not very thick, it's not a whole lot of padding, but the way they have it designed, it actually works really well when paired up with the premium feeling ear pads right here, which are really comfortable. There's a ton of padding and a ton of depth, and it overall covers your whole ear. Overall, it's got a pretty great soundstage, and the overall experience of this headset is really good. At least when listening to audio, playing games, or watching a movie. You got the directional letters on the ear pads themselves, so it's really easy to find out which side is which. The headset itself is very flexible. The ear pads rotate all around here, and you do have side expansion, so if you have a really large head, don't worry, this thing has got you covered. And being a flexible headset is a good thing, because you don't want this thing to break when it's under pressure. Now the side rails here do have a plastic piece as well as a reinforced brushed aluminum piece, which looks pretty nice. So that's going to add a lot of structure. And that's actually about it for the outside. You got another piece of aluminum on the side here. If you're wondering if these ear pads are removable, well, I don't think they are. It seems like they are permanently attached, and applying too much force might actually break them apart. So we're going to leave those for later. Moving along, we have a microphone right down here where the headset is. That is meant for the USB connection, because this headset does connect through two connections, the 3.5mm headset jack, as well as the Type-C to USB connection. So with the headset jack, we have the microphone right over here, and that's about it. You get a nice long rubberized cable and two connections. One goes to your headset, which would be this part, where it has the microphone. On the other hand, we have the USB cable that is about 2 meters. It is plenty of length to hook up your headset, and right down the line where the headset is, you'll have your dedicated microphone mute switch, as well as two volume up and down buttons on the side here. Now, the microphone is actually not on this thing. Once again, it is on the headset itself. Now you're probably asking, how is the microphone quality? Well, as you can hear right now, it sounds pretty terrible. We are hooked up through the USB connection, and by default, we have the noise cancellation option on. And if we go ahead and turn that off, this is what the microphone sounds like. It sounds just a tiny bit better, less muffled, but a whole lot of noise in the background. So with that said, let's go ahead and see what it sounds like on the 3.5mm connection. And now you're listening to the 3.5mm connection that is currently hooked up directly into my PC's motherboard. The audio quality sounds much better, much cleaner, and overall more refined. And now let's go ahead and move on to the software itself. So first of all, this program was originally in Chinese only, but I was able to translate it by modifying some files. So if you're interested in getting a copy of this, I'll leave a link for it in the description below. So yeah, when you first turn it on, you'll encounter this page right here. That's where you can find the speaker and the microphone volume controls. Very simple, straightforward. Right down here, you can change your bitrate, and right over here, you have a little microphone mute switch. Moving on to the virtual 7.1 surround sound, it does work fairly well. The audio does change a bit, and it's pretty cool to listen to. I wouldn't have it on the whole time, so it's there if you need it. And then moving on to the RGB LED option. This where you can change and modify the LED strips on the side of the headset. They're pretty cool. They're not that special, not that bright, but you can change the colors and do all that good stuff. Nothing crazy here. And then finally we have the equalizer, and there's we can obviously equalize and make the headset sound the way you want it, or you can choose one of the presets right down here. It does work very well, had no problems with it overall. And right over here, we have the software and firmware versions, and that is about it. Alright, so back to the headset itself. It is a really comfortable headset, and there's a lot going for it. But there are, of course, a few things that can be changed and improved, or simply removed. One of them would be, again, the shiny part here. Just make it a matte finish, just remove it. Second part would be to remove the whole USB system altogether. And part of it, of course, as you heard before, is the microphone. It just sounds terrible on USB. But there is also another issue they're going to be encountering, and that would be some very low, faint noise coming from the headset. Which means when you have this headset hooked up through USB, even when you're not playing anything, you're going to be hearing some very faint humming noises coming from the speakers themselves, which is not fun at all and is going to be really annoying in the end. And lastly, I would like to see some interchangeable ear pads. Maybe if you can make these ear pads removable, that will help a whole lot. And that's actually about it for this headset. It is a really comfortable headset that remind me a whole lot of those premium noise cancelling Bluetooth headsets from Sony and Bose. They are really comfortable, they sit on your head very snugly, and overall the whole experience is just really nice. So yeah, if they can make this headset a bit cheaper and just completely remove the USB port, that would make this one of the top sellers for sure. The microphone quality sounds pretty great, and the audio and the comfort level pretty much all comes together to make a really nice gaming headset. It's just that it's using a 3.5mm TRS connection. So unless you have a combined connection on your computer, you may have to use a splitter, which may introduce other stuff depending on if your system has clean signals. So for that, I'll actually have another video talking about the USB connections versus 3.5mm cables and how you can get the best audio quality under a budget. So the question is, should you get this headset? Is it worth the $80 price point? Well, I would have actually given this headset my Kommando stamp of approval, but it was because of the USB connection that made me not give it that. I think it is a fantastic headset. Just use the 3.5mm and forget the LEDs and the USB function. If they can make this headset cheaper, I think this would make this headset one of the top sellers for sure, no doubt about it. If you're someone who really likes Xiaomi, then go for it. Really, you're not going to encounter any issues as long as you're using the 3.5mm and completely forgetting about the USB connection. It pretty much introduces unnecessary problems. Definitely get this headset if you're looking for a portable headset for your gaming device, like a laptop that has a combined cable, a Nintendo Switch, a tablet, or a phone. But for your computer, I would probably wait for another headset from Xiaomi or just get something else completely. You can make this work for your computer as long as you have an extension cable and a splitter, which is going to look like this. That's going to split up the audio and the microphone separately so they can go into your PC. So with that said, guys, that is actually pretty much it for this video. It's got a good microphone, it is really comfortable, and the audio quality is pretty great. It's got a nice sound stage, and it is a bit on the warmer side. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think of this headset, and that is pretty much it for this video. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you have enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe and comment like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.